This book will change how you see yourself. Surrounded by Idiots, written by Thomas Erikson. This book changed how I saw myself. Now, humans are very complex, but at the same time, we are simple. Because in this book, idiots doesn't actually mean idiots. It simply means people who are of a different personality type to you. We have reds, we have yellows, we have greens, and we have blues. Now, in this video, I'm going to explain each personality type because you definitely know at least one of each personality type, whether in your friendship group, your job, your family, etc. But I want to focus on one specific color in this video. Two reasons mainly. This color is the most popular color in the world. The majority of people are this color. Number two, I used to be this color. And don't get me wrong, it was great, but it cost me in some experiences and in some cases. It cost me promotions, reputation, respect. So I want to talk directly to this color. Stay tuned towards the end of the video to find out which color I'm talking about. My name is Tion. I help professionals take back control of their career with strategic career planning and effective communication. If you would like help getting promoted, getting a new job, getting a high-paying career, communicating your value, then click the link in the description and me or my team will reach out to you. Let's now dissect each color. So first we have the reds. The reds are the aggressive, results-driven type of people. These are the people who don't care about hurting feelings too much. They just care about getting the result done. They don't care who they have to potentially not step over, but go through. They don't care what you think. They're getting their job done. These are the opposites of some other colors we're going to talk about. Reds are results driven solely. Some words to describe reds in the book are goal oriented, impatient, performance oriented, powerful, speed, ambitious, strong-willed. These words describe reds perfectly. Reds are more results-driven. Let's go to yellows. I like to describe yellows as the red version of relationships. So yellows are driven, but they're driven by relationships. They are the social butterflies. They like to talk. Yellows like to be in and amongst people. They're more so than not extroverts. They get energy from other people. They love to hear stories, love to share emotions. So a red being results driven, a yellow is relationships driven. They like to interact with people. They get joy telling stories, etc. Some words to describe yellows is social, optimistic, creative, enthusiastic, charming, adaptable, communicative. And as I'm reading these, this is now the color I identify with a lot. And it's not the color I'm talking about yet. It's not the color I'm focusing on, not yet. But this is a big one for me. I resonate with being a yellow a lot. And if some of the words that I've described resonate with you, then you might be a yellow too. Then we have the blues. Blues are the perfectionists, data-driven type. If you know you're speaking with a blue, if they need to get the facts, the data 100% correct, if they correct you, if they say, well, that's factually incorrect, you naturally need 10% of this to do this. They like statistics, percentages. They also tend to be more on the quiet, reserved side. So unlike the reds, they're not the driven, they're not the loud type, in-your-face type. But what they do have in common with reds is they are results driven. Blues like to get results done, but they just like to do it in a more perfectionist, taking time way. They like to take their time when doing things to get 100% everything right. Then we have the greens, and this is who I'm going to be focusing on in this specific video, the greens. Greens are one of the most interesting colors in my opinion. Greens, I like to say, are the chameleons of the colors. Greens are the people who are able to change parts of themselves to interact with all of these different colors. So for example, if a green is talking with a blue, they might be more quiet, but the green might also want to talk about more statistics. They want to talk more results driven. If the green is with the yellows, the yellow loves to talk. Then the green recognizes that and says, okay, let me be a chameleon. This person loves to talk. Let me just listen and ask questions. Let me not try to talk too much and make them uncomfortable. Then if we're both trying to talk, it would just be like a shouting match. Let me be quiet and let this person talk. The green and red, complete opposites. So if a green is talking with a red, because reds will see greens as dishonest, because the greens will look at reds and be like, I don't like you. But greens would be like, I'm too scared to say that, so I'm just going to smile and nod and just think in my head, I don't like you. But they're going to smile in your face and agree with everything you say. So greens and reds are the complete opposites. This is the color I'm focusing on in this video, and as you may have heard or remembered, number one, this is what the majority of people are. The majority of the population of the world are greens. And secondly, I used to be a green myself. Greens have the ability to be compassionate. Let me read out some words of the greens. We have patient. Greens are understanding. Greens are a good listener. Greens are thoughtful. Greens are considerate and kind. However, too much of even these amazing qualities can become a bad thing. And when I say I used to be a green, this is what I mean. A negative of the greens is they are dependent. They are compliant. And that is exactly what happened to me. I was a chronic people pleaser. I used to say, as long as everybody else is comfortable, I'm comfortable. In the moment, that seemed to work. But little did I know, after years of doing that, it's all compounded. And I had to look within myself and be like, oh my gosh, for the past 15 years of my life, I've been somebody who has just been invisible. I never took action for my own dreams. I was the person who, as long as everybody else is fine, I don't mind missing out on what I wanted to do. Greens find it hard to say no. They find it hard to set boundaries. This cost me respect, reputation, opportunities. I was too scared to take opportunities or to say no to things. Being a green is an amazing quality. And I was just thinking then, each color needs a bit of green, because green is what actually makes us human. Imagine if everybody was a red, there will be wars 24/7. Imagine if everybody was a yellow, nobody could even listen to each other. Imagine if everybody was a blue. We wouldn't get anything done because we'll be too busy analyzing and researching before actually doing things, and there'll be no emotional connection. Greens is what is the color of the earth. Greens is nature. Green is actually what we are meant to be as humans. The problem is, when you mix green energy and green nature with the world we live in is very results driven. You have to take care of your own destiny, because the world is telling you many things. And if you're too green, you'll just be like, oh, well, just do what you want to do to me. I don't care. As long as you're comfortable, I don't care. In the long run, that will catch up with you. And this is exactly who I'm speaking to right now. I'm speaking to my greens, because as I said, I used to be a green. And I don't like the word used to, because I still am a green. But I've just merged my green qualities with being more assertive, with being more tapped into what I actually want, to being more driven with my goals. I still take the beautiful qualities of being a green, the compassion, the love, the consideration, the thoughtfulness, but I don't let that cloud my judgment. I don't let that cloud who I want to be, my goals. That is exactly what I was doing before. I highly recommend you to read this book if you're struggling in identifying who you are. Categorize yourself into a color first. As I said, the majority of people are green, but you could be a blue, red, or yellow. In this specific video though, I am talking to my greens. Greens can be people who tend to let the situation take control of them, which, as I said, in this society, that doesn't have to be the best option. Being too green, being too considerate, too comfortable can cost you promotions, as it did to me. It can cost you opportunities and jobs. It can cost you relationships. It can cost you respect. It can cost you self-pride. So what is my recommendation to you? My recommendation to you is to keep your green qualities, but merge it with other colors. Merge it with the red's ability to be driven. merge it with the yellow's ability to talk and to take control of conversations. More so red and yellow, because the blue is the green version of results. So do a different color, red or yellow. And that's exactly what I did. I've merged qualities from red and yellow, and I'm still a green underneath, but I've just tipped it off with a tiny few qualities from red and yellow. One thing I forgot to say as well is, if you're saying to yourself, okay, so add more yellow qualities, more red, be more driven, etc. But I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. How do I actually do that? Great question, because that's something I struggled with. You first have to develop a goal you are so passionate about hitting, you don't care about how it makes anyone else think. You need that catalyst. You need that goal, that desire in your mind to say, me being too green, me being too considerate and caring about other people's opinions so much is costing me from hitting this goal. You need to develop a goal so big and a goal you want so bad, a desire you have so deep. You develop those qualities of being driven, of saying, I don't care what you think, I'm doing this. Develop that goal. And how do you develop that goal? That is life itself. That's a journey of life. But so many people have done it before. I've done it. My goal is now building the life I want for myself, building my dream life. The dream life I want is my goal, and nobody's going to stop me from hitting that. So I have to develop those qualities. Ask yourself, what is it I actually want? Ask yourself that question over and over and over again. If you ask yourself the question, you will get the answers. My name is Tion. I help greens specifically. I can't stress this enough. The reason why I help greens specifically is because I know how it feels to be in that position. To be in that position where you want to get promoted, but you're just so concerned about being too braggadocious or damaging your relationships with people. What if they say no? What if they think you're doing this? That you're just paralyzed from asking for what you want. This is why I help greens specifically. If you're like, wow, this is me, I relate to you, Tion, so much. I want your help to be assertive, to set boundaries while still having relationships and not being too obnoxious, then just click the link in the description and I will help you one-to-one. Thank you.